Hello guys. Another Campy Cast episode.
Shit, I dropped it.
Today we're talking about Christmas memories, since it's holiday-ish. So Corey, what are some of your favorite Christmas memories?
I was young, but not super young. I was really into country music, and so was my sister. One of our favorite people was Gretchen Wilson. And it was one Christmas, and me and my sister thought all the presents were done. But my mom's just like, no, guys, there's something in the tree. We opened the little envelopes, and they were Gretchen Wilson concert tickets. I screamed so loud. It's one of the few concerts that I went with to my mom. The last one I went to, my mom, was Heart.
Oh, Heart!
That was so fun.
I would love to see Heart.
It was great.
Oh man, earliest one for me, I think would have been. I just got like a gajillion like toys, like just a bunch of just like. I mean, really, the big three for toys for me were Bionicles. Bionicles was number one. Like, Transformers and Power Ranger shit.
I got a lot of Barbies.
You see, and that's the thing. I think your gender got robbed because you just got dolls. We had literal like beings of like
mech suits. I agree. I'd rather have a mech suit.
I mean, yeah.
But at the time, that's what I liked. That's what I enjoyed and whatnot.
But yeah, I mean, but yeah, those man, just a lot of like little things. I think, yeah, like
I got my first ever like normie like kid bike without like training wheels or anything. I busted my ass.
To be honest, I think my mom would remember more of my Christmases than I do. But oh man, I remember
a lot of Christmases at my grandma's.
We spent all of them at home. We never really went anywhere. My mom always flirted like, "Hey guys, you want to spend Christmas at Disney World?" But we didn't, or stuff like that. But we never really bought it, just because I don't know. We're just the type of people who like doing the same thing every year. I guess I don't know. We weren't ambitious enough, but like, what was the first video game you got for Christmas?
First video game I got for Christmas was actually an early Christmas present. My dad gave it to me the day that we got out of school from winter break. It was about a year or so, I want to say, after the PS2 came out that holiday season. I'm not entirely sure. What year did the PS2 come out?
Came out in the fall of 2000.
Okay, so I think 2 years would be accurate.
2002?
Maybe 2003, depending on when the movie came out.
The movie.
Prisoner of Azkaban, the video game.
Oh, Prisoner of Azkaban.
I think that was 2003.
Well, let's see. Sorcerer's Stone came out, I believe. They came out once a year, right?
No, yeah, pretty much. Except in between the...
Did Sorcerer's Stone come out in 01 or 02?
I thought it came out in 01.
01. And then Chamber of Secrets, that definitely had to be 2002. So I'm thinking...
early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was that. And then on Christmas, he gave me Crash Bandicoot Twinsanity. One of my favorite Crash games. I beat it.
Oh, let's see. Video games for me, video games for Christmas, it's always a tricky thing. Because the way I grew up, it was, the games I played growing up were very niche. It was either sports games or Rock Band / Guitar Hero. More sports games, but yeah. And I remember, like, because I had the PS2 The PS2 was pretty much the system I had pretty much throughout childhood. I had GameCube for a quick minute, but I only played one game on it for a little bit, and it just disappeared.
I lost my shit when my parents got the Wii.
Oh yeah, my parents did get a Wii for some event. I think it was Christmas.
Mm.
Yeah, they got it. It came with Wii Sports, and I think it came with Mario Galaxy, but we didn't keep that.
I'm trying to think of what. I think mine just came with Wii Sports, and then there was a mini like arcade thing that had like pool, air hockey.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that they got us that. We sold it at a yard sale. I was young and stupid, and I let it get sold for cheaper than it should have been.
Mm.
But because I didn't know anything when I was like little about video games and shit like that. But we were selling because we weren't really playing it. Because, I mean, I know my sister, she had this like marine digging game that she played like eons of, but I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, I got it, but it was like PS2, but it was like later years PS2, so every year the new thing came out for a sports game because that's how they operate begrudgingly to this day, where they have a new thing every year. And I was still riding the PS2, which was like current gen, so it was like the dying days of that. So I got a ton of like late games for it that nowadays would probably be more on the not pricey, but like more expensive side because they are the last. But I got them when I was then, and like video game stuff that didn't really. But other stuff. But yeah, I also remember
my parents got me an iPod Touch.
iPod Touch. Yeah, we got like,
and I was brokenhearted when it shattered.
Yeah, I've
but
got
the screen and everything still worked, but there was like just like chunks missing. I still used it though.
It's weird. Like my sister, she get her stuff cracked all the time, and I think I've only had mine cracked beyond usable once. I mean, I don't know how it happens. I don't know. I think sometimes it's like just constantly taking in and out all the time. I don't know. It depends on how sociable you are on the phone.
I don't want to talk about how many phones I
broke. Oh man. But yeah, lots of my Christmases were like we have it in the morning and a breakfast. And I mean, you've been to them. It's pretty much the same thing every year.
But we never had like a breakfast, like a Christmas breakfast growing up. We woke up at the fuck of 8 o'clock and open presents and all this stuff, and then my dad would start making food. And we just all wait around, think around with what we got until he was done making food. So yeah, we didn't do like a whole. Like,
we got up earlier when I was younger. I think one time my parents like shoved in like a freaking Power Rangers Ninja Storm VHS tape in a stocking. I just watched that while I was waiting for them to get up. Because I used to wake up super early when I was a kid, but I went to bed super early though. That's the thing. Like all these in high school.
I've always stayed up late. Even when I was little, my parents just like, okay, your bedtime's 9 o'clock, and I just stare at my digital clock, and it's like 2, 3 a.m.
Well, but yeah, I went to bed like 9 or 10, and I woke up at like 4 or 5, way before I needed to, because I didn't need that much sleep, so I just did shit. Just earlier. But I just had the ambition. I just wanted it. I wanted to go to bed early. I don't know. But I don't know. I mean yeah. But yeah, you were always just like a late person. Just always late. You see, I didn't have my first late experience till college because my roommates in the dorm wanted because that really that like last year and a half of high school into like early college was like my film like in like throughout like college pretty much was like my film craze. Like that was like the high point of me just binging like everything that had like like any sort of like boom. But but one of the things was my roommate. He showed me Mad Max 2 because I haven't watched a Mad Max movie before, and it was just like because he showed me all these interesting movies because he had a film class in high school, and that they saw all this stuff, and he kind
What was his name?
Alex, but it was my freshman year. Yeah, I got lucky because the dorms I only got in because I qualified, but good chunk of freshmen don't. They get like the sandwich dorms where they're all packed in. But I got but a good chunk of the people I was with were like sophomores or well, pretty much all of them sophomores, maybe a junior or two, maybe one or two freshmen. So I was with like pros, not noobs. So I didn't have a lot of because you know how freshmen can be. You know well,
I didn't go to college.
I know, but you know what a noob is. Just apply that to like any
He's talking about like you know what college noobs are like.
Well, you know what but you know the attitude of freshmen. They're just like, oh gee, what's this? Oh wow, this is all new, and you're just like, oh, get away. I know what you're doing. I know we're gonna go through. Just keep me out of it.
Oh.
But yeah, that's. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's. It's weird. All the Christmas blurred, and I thought I would have more to talk about with Christmas stuff. I really did, but yeah, I just.
Well, let's talk about traditions.
Traditions. There's not really a whole lot of traditions. Like everything where I grew up, really.
Like how your mom makes that cake every year for Christmas. That's like a tradition.
I mean, sometimes the ham and stuff. Really, when it comes to traditions, really like working stuff. Like when I grew up, we clean house every Sunday, no matter what. And I get it, I do, but there was just times where I was just like, can we just skip this week? Well, the problem was that we school like throughout the week, and then Saturday we do shopping all day or go to my sister's thing or whatever. Sunday was the only day where legit everything was off, so we cleaned that day. So it was just nonstop all the time with it every week. And it's just like, oh, especially during breaks or something like that where we had a big thing coming up. Oh, yeah. And it's just like, I get it. It's just, there's just every once in a while, I'm just like, can we just take the Sunday off? Just every little bit, just as a breather. But yeah, I mean, yeah, not really a ton. I mean,
I didn't have a lot of Christmas traditions when I was younger, besides, obviously, God made cookies. But as I've gotten older and we're in our own home, I've kind of gotten used to like making sure I get garland on the tree and making my popcorn garland. You're fucking hand doing it pisses me off every year.
You're a decoration nut.
I am.
I
handcrafted kissing ball instead of like a mistletoe. It's pretty.
I'm a minimalist. Just give me a little tree with a couple ornaments.
I make mulled wine every year for my Christmas party.
But yeah, I'm a minimalist. I like keeping things simple with those things just because I have to pick one area. There's no middle, either minimal or everything. And
I know I'm keeping everything up till a little bit past New Year's, and then it's all coming down. It's gonna be boring again.
You mean normal?
Boring.
You're a person who hates normies, do you?
Well, yeah, it's all. Well, we have these fucking blank ass white walls, and we don't have a lot of pictures besides the one in here. So out in the living room, it just feels stale.
You can hang some of the extra posters in there. have the legend poster like hanging up there with the Tim Curry devil just smiling at you. Just saying. But oh,
I know. We need like something decorative, like some little shells, little knickknack things that I know you don't care about. Because if it was up to you, you wouldn't have anything. You would have your TV. You would have your chair.
I would have stuff. It's just here. But,
you wouldn't have stuff like I have stuff.
Well, the thing is that it's not so much you have stuff is that you are chaotic with managing them. Like everything I have in here, I haven't changed the layout once since we moved in. Corey has changed it at least 3 or 4 times minimum. And
I just get stuck in a spot and like a month goes by. It's just like, okay, need something different.
Oh, you were so much worse at the old apartment.
I know, like every like 2 or so weeks, just kept.
It's just like you gotta stop this because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I know it's your space. You can do whatever you want with it, but it involves me, and I don't want to do it.
You don't want to help me move stuff.
Well, that's the thing. I have to because here's the thing. You always ask for my help because you get stuck, or if I cross by.
Oh yeah. By the way, I'm thinking about rearranging the kitchen.
How? There's like no space. What could you do differently?
I have ideas.
Well, you could try them.
I'm with you.
You know what gets me is that what ends up happening is after a couple cycles, you just go back to the original one from before.
Yeah, I go through like things of cycle. I gotta keep things move. I can't let things feel.
That's just consistency with extra steps. I mean, you're just making more work for yourself.
But like, I can't just like.
Well, you could always channel into something that's like something a little bit less chaotic.
I don't know how.
Just like I don't know, like
chaotic person. Am I a chaotic person?
You're not a. It's not like you're a chaotic person. It's like you don't know how to manage yourself. Like look what I do. Like I have all this chaotic. I have a lot of energy shit, but I channel it to stuff that doesn't affect my environment.
Because your environment doesn't really affect you. My environment.
My environment affects me. Like all that stuff. That's like in order. Like if that goes out of order, I have to fix it. So it's not like my environment doesn't affect me. It's just I keep it the same. I keep it consistent because.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
I need also circling back to like traditions. Going to the Christmas parade in our town.
Mm-hmm.
That was so much fun. I had a great time. There were like 7 Grinches, and I was equally thrilled to see each one. Some of them were just doing that, just like walking like all sassy.
Markiplier walks like that.
It was fun. It was a treat.
Oh my god! What if one of them?
And like throughout the whole like main street, you can just smell the kettle popcorn.
What if one of them pulls like an Andrew Garfield and it's just Jim Carrey under one of the costumes?
I would die.
Oh my god! It'd be the craziest thing ever.
I'd cry. I would cry.
Tears of joy.
Yeah, I was like.
Tears of horror if it's Cat in the Hat and one of them's Mike Myers. Ah!
Oh gosh.
Oh man, that was not a good movie. But yeah, I guess since we're talking here, I guess channel stuff wise,
my posture's awful.
But now you're.
But my shoulder.
No, I was trying to pull you up.
See, now I'm up and I'm still.
There.
But then it doesn't look right. Whatever.
We're not Stanley Kubrick here. It's a phone camera. I mean, we're talking. We're not shooting The Shining. It's okay.
I'm just like I've become very aware of me sitting like a shrimp, just.
A seahorse. But But yeah, I guess to say we'll talk a little bit about channel stuff since we're doing this here. What are your plans, Corey, channel wise? Do you have any? I know you never do, but I'm just curious anyway because you do things on the fly.
I have ideas. I'm unsure about
Well,
executing them.
well, the trick with you is the fact that you prefer streaming, but you could only stream on Twitch on the Xbox because I stream like a fiend on PS4.
And that's kind of like my little hitch. It's like,
well, here's the thing. You know, you could stream.
Like I don't want to make a new Twitch specifically for.
You don't have to. You can do your own thing. Like anyone who does this, they don't have to just be Campy.
I know, but I'm trying to come to terms with like I can have an identity separate from the whole.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't have to. That's never been.
I know, and that's just something I struggle with because like I don't want to do these. I lost my words.
You don't. Well, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. It's because here's the thing: other YouTubers do it all the time too. I mean, you don't see like those kind of channels like you used to. They used to be more of a thing back in the day, but you don't see them as much because of drama.
Like I want my stuff to still be under the channel, but the way I go about them, I want it to be.
You can make your videos.
I don't know.
Do you think you have to make them a specific way?
No, I don't know.
You can do what you want, and you can put.
Because like I want it to be.
You want to pick what goes on the channel.
Yeah.
You can do that. You don't
like. The only thing I can think of how to explain it is offline TV.
Yeah.
How they have all of those creators, but they still do a lot of their own stuff, but some of their stuff like intertwine.
Yeah, that's fine. Like that's the thing with this channel is that it's supposed to be an anything channel all at once. Like a good example is how.
But like you have a very specific viewership.
Well, it's only specific.
And I don't want to just come out of left field.
No.
Here's a makeup tutorial. Well, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but you're thinking to appease the YouTube algorithm. You see, I don't give a shit about the YouTube algorithm.
Well, I'm not caring about the algorithm. I'm caring about like people that view your stuff see like, oh, Campy Company updated, and it's just like me. Hey, can I cook bacon if I put tinfoil on a hair straightener? Well, it's such a fucking curveball for what normally is on here.
Well, here's the thing. It's the channel. The only reason why the channel ended up like that because I was the only one doing stuff. I mean, Mike, when he was able to be involved, he did stuff too, but it was kind of a similar niche. But the point of the I don't
have a niche. I have a curiosity or a mood, and I act on that.
You can do that.
Because it's like one day I'm just be like, I'm gonna show how I get ready for a date or whatever. But that I'm just like people in the Discord, and then also like people that view you, and they're just gonna see like this weird conglomerate of.
Well.
What is that?
Well, the channel, the best way to describe what the channel is, but you know how local TV channels, like actual TV channels, like they have all this different programs for all these people. That was the point of the Campy Company, was to have people do their own thing on a shared channel. The problem was I never got to a point where I like legit invite people to do it because I either started out, I was, in college, I was about to graduate and move home. I live in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. I do. It's great. It's well, gorgeous out. It's not anymore, but it's gorgeous outdoors, but it's in the middle of nowhere. So I couldn't really do anything with it anyway, so I did more of my own thing. And then I was there for a good chunk of time. And when I finally got a chance to move up here and be around people, I was still busy because working and stuff. Too, a little bit set in my ways, not gonna lie. I mean, when you do the same thing for years, you kind of get stuck doing it. And also, it took me a while to figure out like how to do stuff because I keep falling in a trap where I had to improvise doing shit because shit just fails or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's a combination, and I feel like I've talked about this so much on other videos, but yeah, I learned how I learned.
I don't know. I have a lot of fear of how my style and my taste and what I enjoy doing is going to be perceived.
I mean, here's
because like it almost feels like I have to kind of. It's gonna sound dramatic, but perform. I said it was gonna sound dramatic, but you know what I mean. Like I feel like I have to fit into a line that's similar into how you do stuff for people to take interest in the stuff that I make.
Oh, like the way I record, the way I talk,
kind of,
and all that. My mannerisms.
Kind of, but just like similar videos, like doing game stuff.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm afraid like if I veer from that, it's gonna hurt not only my feelings but the channel as a whole.
Well, here's.
I have a lot of fear.
Well, the biggest trick, really, is that you got to do the stuff because the reason why I'm still doing videos to this day is because
you enjoy it.
Yes, I
know that if I got into the rhythm of it, I would enjoy it. It's just that wall of fear.
Well, the trick is that first of all, like, you have to be doing it for a while to get any sort of feedback.
I know, and that's what drives me nuts. Is just like I post one video, why aren't people telling me they like it?
I will say this. This is funny. The two videos I've done the most work with by far, nobody watched, and they're not even on the channel anymore because of weird fuckery, and the videos that I thought would just be the bare minimum, like, are the highest viewed on the channel and have been since it began. So, yeah,
That's why I'm scared to put a lot of effort into stuff that I like, because like I don't.
Well, here's the thing. I like this space. When I started, I kind of did some modeling, and I think do something that's quick and dirty, and then that you could do on routine, so people can kind of get to know you a little bit, quick and dirty, quote unquote, and then any of your extra energy dedicate to stuff that you come out with every once in a while. Like a great example is that the Cinemasker channel. For a minute, like his quick and dirty was him and his friend Mike. They do just video let's plays, on the channel. And they just talk and play games or whatever. They did that every week for a cajillion years. And then while that happened, he did other special projects on the projects that come out every once in a while. So it kind of build up a little bit. So if you, because that's the thing for me. That's why I started the channel the way I did, is because I knew if I nitpicked it, I would never get going, because there was a lot that I did not know about YouTubing. A lot of stuff. There was.
I know. It's been. When like we talk about it, or like when people talk about it, it just comes off a little bit silly.
It is. It is silly. Of course, it's silly. That's why people do it.
Like it sounds silly, but it's all in seriousness.
Because here's the thing, when I started, God, I know I said this before, but it's something that it is important to a degree. Because when I started the channel, I was thinking like a place for like short films, or like something nostalgia critic like.
I would love for us to get into the realm of film.
Well, the trick is, because I did not know how to like do like NC like stuff. I didn't. So, but I wanted to make video. So I decided I'm going to do something that's quick and easy. Something that kind of gets me out there. And that's where...
Something that I also think that we should also kind of try to do a little bit more attention to. Patreon exclusive stuff.
I've done a few. It's just been the Fire Pro Wrestling stuff. I've done a few on there. I
I'm
also
trying to think of like what the fuck would I put on?
whatever you want.
Just like a weekly Patreon only Q&A.
Well, that's the thing.
Or
I
like what would I do?
well, that's the thing. There's not a lot of people there yet because here's the
or just like have a Patreon only poll like dictate the next video I make.
Well, I usually I usually do that on community tests because the thing is that I feel like there's not a lot of people. Well, first of all, we need a new channel trailer. We definitely need a new one. I already know. I already have it in my head what I'm gonna do. Call it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No spoilers.
Oh no spoilers.
No spoilers.
But we need a new one of those. We do need to update some things for sure. I'm trying to. But yeah, I think. Oh yeah, because that's the biggest thing with the channel is that the reason why I do it the way I do is because when I first started, I didn't know what to do, and then I was just kind of improvising like the style as I went, trying to make up for the fact that I did not have the skill set or the tools to do stuff like everyone else, but I didn't care because I just loved doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, at least I'm different. Whether it's good or bad, it's up to you. But
I need to step out of the fear box.
And let me think. But by the time I learned like how people did stuff, I didn't have the tools. And then by the time I had the tools and everything, I was too set in my ways.
Mm-hmm.
It was too late. But I mean, it's never too late. I still got. It did remind me. I did get a capture card for Christmas, so it's gonna be a minute before you see it in action because I gotta set it up and I gotta keep stuff on schedule. But hopefully,
that's such a dress and like that tells exactly our personalities. You got a capture card. I got nails.
Well, you take joy. That's one thing I do respect of you is that you take a lot of joy in little things. I respect little things, but when it comes to the little things, I'm more like, okay, I got this. This will be useful. But
me, on the other hand, I'm just like, oh my god.
The stuff I get excited about is probably more flashy. I just don't get as much because I'm a grown ass man and I have bills and shit.
I love little things. Instant serotonin.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like.
Like when you like go to the gas station and you bring me back a pop and just like here, I'm like, instantly just brightens up my day.
Well, yeah, little things are good. I'm not saying I don't enjoy little things.
Very easy to please. Like even when you show me a meme, if I begrudgingly laugh at it, it makes my day.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, that's the only thing with Patreon is that because there is a $3 payment plan, but there's like no exclusives or anything on there because
that's what I'm saying. Because like we gotta make it worth it.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why there are videos on there for free to watch. It is Fire Pro Wrestling related because. Well, and I've been doing a lot of that lately, mostly because there's just a lot of people that love doing it.
Well, a Patreon thing might be like a daily vlog or a monthly vlog.
The reason why I don't do more stuff on Patreon is just time. I just don't have the energy and time because I want
a laptop so bad.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if we had other people, they can do that stuff too.
If I had a laptop, I'd be doing more stuff digitally.
Unless you use your phone like me.
I admire that you're able to do that, but like it would drive me.
Trust
nuts.
Some of the stuff I used to record, like compared to this, the phone's like a dream. Like no joke. like out of everything I had, the easiest thing I had for recording is my phone.
Okay.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for this. Appreciate you guys chiming in.
I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas, holiday, whatever you celebrate.
I also want to try streaming these in the future because I think it'd be cool to be able to chat with you guys live. We just didn't do it. We just didn't do it this time
because it's like almost midnight.
Yes, and midnight, and we didn't feel like testing it out.
I've also been feeling a bit sicky today.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. In case you want to chat with anyone at the Campy Company and you don't want to use the YouTube comment section, we do have a couple options. One is we have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that in about page / about section of our channel. Please don't. I have a rhythm nailed down. Please don't mess me up. We also have a community tab on our channel as well. You can access that anywhere at any time. We also have, like we mentioned, a Patreon page. The link to that in the channel.
More stuff coming soon.
Channel as well. The main goal of the page is to raise money for the channel so we can have a bigger budget to do more ambitious things.
And merch.
Yes, and so we can start making merchandise for the channel as well. The merchandise will be geared toward aspects of the channel that you guys enjoy. So any support.
I would love to make a shirt that says, "What fuckery is this?"
God. One I would love to do, and I kind of mentioned it very briefly, is because in Fire Pro, like everyone, there's a thing that we do. Everyone has their little promotions with their wrestlers. I kind of want to create like stuff, merch based on like what they've made in there, so they could have T-shirts of like actual like their thing, which I think would be cool.
That would take a lot of graphic design. Oh, guess who knows?
Well, that's the beauty of it. A lot of the logos are already designed. I just gotta copy and paste it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's not rocket science.
Well, we gotta look into like copyright of that.
Well, it's all originals.
I know.
So
but, like making sure like when we transfer those to shirts and stuff, like we get it under a copyright that we own, so people can't steal the design.
Well, that's a lot of thinking ahead here.
But it's
I know it's real. I'm respecting your thought process. I'm just like,
real.
whoa.
Yes, it seems very far off, but like
I know copyright.
It's the reality.
I know copyright. I went to school with under that. But yeah, guys, so any support we get for all that is very much appreciated. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos and have a good day.
Happy New Year!